Hey, what's up, coach? Welcome back to the podcast. Today is episode 256. So before we get rolling here, I want to make sure if you've been seeing a lot of value from these podcasts, make sure and leave us some feedback here. Leave us a review on iTunes. That would greatly help out the show. And I've said this ad nauseum. I say it every episode, but you know what my mission is. I want to impact more kids worldwide, and I can do that by helping you build your business. This way you can impact more kids. You have the confidence to train kids full time. This way you create more income and you create more, what is the word that I'm looking for? Oh, ding, 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 freedom, right? That's what everyone wants, right? Create more freedom. Now, today's title of the podcast is Question to Ask Parents Over the Phone. So let's say you're on the phone with Miss Jones or Mr. Jones. And like most coaches out there, most coaches don't record their calls. So you should be recording your phone calls. You should be taking all your calls from Google Voice. Every call you should have is scheduled. You should be in a quiet and closed off area where there's zero distractions. These are things I've talked about already on this podcast. But here's a question that I want you to start getting used to asking. You need to start asking this to parents over the phone. And here's how it looks. After you have, your little small talk with Miss Jones and, you say, hey, how's it going? Blah, blah, blah. When you start talking about your program, when you get to that point of the conversation, I want you to start using these two questions. All right. You can say, well, Miss Jones, in order to be accepted into our program, we require that your son is accountable. Is he accountable, Mrs. Jones? Ask that question and see what the response is. All right. And then you can say, well, Miss Jones, I'm very excited about helping Johnny out. It sounds like he's very accountable. It sounds like he's going to do everything I asked him to do on his own away from our sessions. Will he be able to, and then fill in the blank, the amount of months that you want to train Johnny? So it could be, will he be able to commit to 12 months in our training program? Or 6 months, or 3 months, or if you're doing 1 month, right? So what we're doing is we are putting the spotlight on them, right? That's way different than the parent being like, hey, Jimmy John, how much does your training program cost? Or how much is it per hour? I get a lot of questions from coaches that ask me, well, how do you tell parents how much it is per hour? It's not per hour. If you're doing things per hour, you're gonna fail. I don't like sugarcoating, you're gonna fail. And if you do things per hour, then you're being valued based on, how much your time costs. I don't like that. Because parents can just, if they want, they're like, oh, well, I'm going to go find this dude. He's $5 cheaper per hour. And they're going to think that, they're saving money. They're getting a better service for cheaper, right? That is not how you want to frame yourself, right? So look at those two questions that I just presented to you. These are questions you want to start asking parents over the phone. And here's the thing. I'm a very black and white type of thinker, right? There's no gray area with the way I think about anything. But if you get on a phone call with a parent, one of two things is going to happen. Either you are going to sell them on the idea and the results of your program. You're going to sell them on that, or they're going to sell you on why they shouldn't join your program. So one of two things happens. They either join your program and you help their kid get the result. That's option one. That's what everyone wants. Or option two, they sell you on why they shouldn't join your program. So one of those things is going to happen. And my goal for you is to know exactly what to say, know how to close these parents. And if you want to learn more about this sales process I'm talking about, where you have a detailed application process, I'm not talking about where Ms. Jones can call you at Saturday morning at 3:00 in the morning and wake you up and say, hey, tell me more about your program. How much is it? How much is it per hour? These conversations don't go this way, right? Like a real sales conversation is going to be an interview, and I want to teach you this interview process. And the best way I can teach you is one of two different ways, either through our mastermind program or our one-on-one consulting program. So if you want to learn about either one of those options and you want to take your business to the next level and you want to have committed clients that are training with you for 12 months or more, and you want to have these like $4,000 to $6,000 annual clients, then go to our site. I make it very easy for you, man. Go to our site, www.buildmysportsbiz.com. Click on Mastermind. From there, you can learn how we can connect over the phone, and we'll talk. We'll talk in depth about your business, what you want to do with your business, and we'll see if you're the right fit to work with me. Not everybody is. Trust me. Just because you reach out to me doesn't mean we're going to work together. Like I'm a picky son of a bee. That's how I am. All right. But that's how we can initially connect and see if you are the right fit. And if I feel like you are good to go, all right, we're going to step forward in that program and we're going to change your life. All right. That's how this goes. So that's it for today's podcast. I'll see you next time.